And we're underway.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
He's dribbled past his man here. Timber. And it's Rijkaard. Mateus. Totti. Aims beyond the defence.
Matched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So, a breakthrough already.
And claimed it back swiftly. And it's Ronaldinho.
Such good technique.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. There's the header! That's a good ball out wide. That's a cute ball. Ronaldinho gets into a good position.
To a good position.
And that's a tiny finish. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And he's decided to go for it. Sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Messi. Barcelona have it back and can go again. He'll try from
And can go again. He'll try from
distance. Ronaldinho! Wow! Oh, it really is. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo.
He's shifting through the gears here. Hazard.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He is through here. It's Ronaldinho!
He is through here. It's Ronaldinho!
He'll be kicking him.
And that is all they...
Where they left off after the break. They should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Barcelona largely dominant, up by 2 at the break. The scoreline 3-1. This is a promising build-up. Distributed tidily. Happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Test, willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Ronaldinho! Euphoria, utopia, and they... Hazard.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's picked his way through. Looking for the run. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. It's Totti!
Beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Still behind by... And he's in on goal! Totti! With a break in play. Mateus.
3 minutes added time.
It's Totti. And he is deftly away. Now there's a fine ball. Now that looks a decent ball. And that... Well, Jim, Vitor Bayer is, of course, one of the most decorated goalkeepers of all time.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that he was one of Europe's very best. His career stats certainly back that up as well. I really like that confidence he has about him. There's a...
Bebeto.
Milan.
It's time to make it matter now.
Neymar with the short one. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Hazard, and that into...
Well stopped.
And he's chosen to go back, and the shot! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game. Oh, that's horribly missed. So this to pull level. Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer. The clearance. And here's Messi. And Messi! Best very much a man of this moment. Best going face-to-face with his great rival. He's found a way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Van Balten did more defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Hazard! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save. That's down to a simple miscalculation, no more, no less.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And he's managed to get free. Best. Well seen, saw that. Oh, great leap!
Flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
It's Ronaldinho!
That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
And another try!
And another try!
And it's in! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter. This is a promising build-up. Adriano, brilliantly cut out.
The attendance for this match was
Slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked...
Adriano. Hazard, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Tries to pass it through. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
He's picked his way through. Are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Van Dijk. Van Dijk powering forward here. Searching passes played there. First of their substitutes. Well, there's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
Now he's got space here. Neatly clipped into space. Ronaldinho has the space to scheme. Ronaldinho plays it in. Cleared away. They're back in possession and ready to go. Ronaldinho!
Back in possession and ready to go. Ronaldinho!
Oh! Oh my word, that is quite something! Back is complete! You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop?
Refusal to give up is brilliant.
Beckham.
There will be 3 minutes added
He has
time.
found the way through. Van Dijk. That pass isn't the best. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And he's well positioned, and he shoots! Oh, that was no... here. And it's been taken short. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort, fall behind.